My brain hurts badly. So, need some help here. All right. Welcome everyone to NoDQ Live here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AaronRift NoDQ. Monday Night Raw has just wrapped up with Hell in a Cell coming up in less than 2 weeks. Tonight's Raw was interesting, I will say that much. It was not a boring show. I was definitely intrigued by what was happening on this show, but does that mean it was good? Let's go ahead and break down this show. First of all, I would like to say how's it going to everyone in the chat room watching live. If you have not watched it yet, check out the NoDQ Live I did on Sunday recapping the All In pay-per-view. I wish I could just go back and watch that because that was solid entertainment. This was entertaining, but in a different kind of way. Let's go ahead and talk about it. We had the heels come out. They are villains. They are bad guys. Dolph Record Scratch Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and yes, Braun Strowman. The hottest babyface in WWE over the past year. He's now a heel again because, damn it, Roman Reigns needs a strong heel to feud with. Tom McCarthy with a $2 Super Chat donation. This is every Super Chat reminder to stay on topic. Yes, thank you for that, Tom. Please, if you're going to submit a Super Chat, I really do appreciate it, but make sure that you stick with whatever I'm talking about at the moment, so that way I don't go off course and talk about something much like Tom's Super Chat because I'm talking about something else. So let's get back to Raw. Braun Strowman did his official heel turn promo saying he has guys to watch his back now. He has his pack. They're not the Wolf Pack, but they're a pack. And he said he will be doing things differently now, and he doesn't give a damn whether the people like it or not. So that's the heel line right there. To make it clear, in case you were all wondering out there, Braun Strowman is a bad guy. Roman Reigns is a good guy. This is the storyline. You have to deal with it, like it or not. This is ibuprofen. So you guys out there in the chat room, nice try. But yeah, we had the Shield come out through the crowd, just like the old days. And then we had a pull-apart brawl. Holy crap! We haven't seen a pull-apart brawl in like, what, 2 weeks? Wow! WWE's so creative here. But you know what? The fans ate it up. They were chanting, "Let them fight." The locker room came out. All the geeks. Finn Balor came out as a geek with all the other guys. Woo! What a segment. This is some quality television right here. Basically, the Shield are the stars. Braun Strowman's the heel, and all the other guys out there are just a bunch of jobbers. Who cares about those guys? Just a bunch of geeks. So yeah, we had another epic crowd participation with the "Let Them Fight," and the heels were trying to fight the good guys, and the good guys were trying to fight the heels. It was pandemonium. What a creative segment here. Nelson with a $5 Super Chat donation. Thank you, Nelson. Is the Shield theme song the same as their first theme? Yes, that is the original Shield theme song. But man, what captivating television here on Monday Night Raw. A pull-apart brawl. Wow. How did they come up with this stuff? They're geniuses, man. You know what? WWE should just do this every single week. Every week there should be a pull-apart brawl. I just want to see how long the fans react to it. I want to see if every week the fans would just accept it as part of the show and chant, "Let them fight." How many weeks could WWE get away with doing this before the fans stop caring? That's what I want to see. I want to see WWE do this every single week from now on. A pull-apart brawl. Why not? Stock is $85. Why not? The company's making tons of money. Saudi Arabia, Australia, they're rolling in the green. So why not? Just do a pull-apart brawl every single week, I say go for it. Let's just see what happens. Just test the fans' patience week after week. The fans in attendance, they'll cheer for just about anything. So go ahead and do it every single week. Why not? Just sit back and enjoy the show, right? That's what you all say. You say you stop complaining. All right, let's all just stop complaining. Do a pull-apart brawl every single week, and we're just going to sit back and enjoy the show because that's what we're supposed to do. We're fans. We are WWE fans. We're the WWE universe. Let's just sit back and enjoy the show every single week, regardless of what they do. Pull-apart brawls, contract signings. Hell, bring back pole matches just to make me maybe a little bit happy. I don't know. Axe body spray commercials. Suck my balls. Every single commercial break. Monday Night Raw, folks. It's the greatest value in entertainment. How can you complain about WWE? It's $9.99. They do Connor's Cure for the entire month of September. And then in October, they do the breast cancer stuff. WWE is a great corporation, guys. How could anybody complain about this? WWE puts smiles on people's faces. So stop complaining, sit back, and enjoy it. Enjoy the contract signings. Enjoy the pull-apart brawls. Enjoy the interview segments that get interrupted and then turned into tag team matches. Enjoy it. It's Monday Night Raw. It's the best show on television, damn it. And the network is only $9.99 a month. All right. Now, let's move on here. That was the opening segment of Raw. We still got 2 hours and 45 minutes to go, folks. So this is going to be a long night here. We had the Bella Twins making their big epic return to Monday Night Raw. They did get a nice reaction. The crowd was into them. Mostly women and children, but the Bellas did get their pop, you know. They're big stars, you know, the highly rated Total Bellas and the highly rated Total Divas. They do all sorts of business. They drink lots of wine, so they're cool. You got to cheer for the Bellas and all that wine drinking, right? So we had the Bella Twins against the Riot Squad. And the most notable thing about this match, Nikki looked good. I will say that. Nikki was looking like she hadn't missed a beat, but Brie was off. Brie actually botched not once, but twice. She botched 2 suicide dives. And maybe it's a good idea to not do that move anymore. I don't know what happened here. Maybe she was just having an off night. Maybe she was just under too much pressure to have a really strong performance. I'm just happy we did not have to hear Brie mode. I'll take the regular Bella Twins song over Brie mode any day of the week. Bella Twins picked up the win, by the way, so they did what the weekly superstars Bayley and Sasha Banks could not do. They beat the Riot Squad. So there you go. The Bella Twins are better than Bayley and Sasha. Divas Revolution, or Women's Revolution, excuse me. All right, next up, we had Baron Corbin on the phone with Stephanie McMahon, and then we had an interruption from Finn Balor. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. They're not gonna do another Baron Corbin versus Finn Balor match. But then, sure enough, Corbin announces that it's gonna be him versus Balor one more time. And I'm like, this is gonna be a long night. And then they said it was the main event. Why would WWE even do this? I know it ended up changing, which I guess is a good thing. But why would you even announce this and then have this as the announced main event for an hour? You want people to watch the end. Why even announce this in the first place and have people just turn off their television? I don't get it. Maybe the rating will be strong. I don't know, but I certainly would not have done this, hyping up a match we've seen like 4 or 5 times as the main event. And yeah, they did change it, but still, for like 45 minutes to an hour, the viewers were under the impression that this was going to be the main event. All right, so next up we had an interesting match here, a new pairing. This might have been one of the better parts of Raw. We had Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. And the thing is, though, I say that only because Chad Gable is getting an opportunity, which is good for him. I'm happy for Chad Gable. He's getting some television time. He looked good. He got to beat up the Ascension, basically. It was really a showcase for Chad Gable. Good for him. By the way, we have 520 live viewers. We broke 500 tonight, so thank you guys for watching live. I guess my rant equals ratings. I don't know. And I got more to go, so please share this link on social media. If you're enjoying this video, my head might explode before the end of this, so keep spreading the word. I thank you guys for that. Thank you for tuning in live or watching on demand. Back to the review. Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. I like the fact that Chad's getting a chance here. However, it feels like this was only done because Chad Gable and Bobby Roode have nothing going for them. TK, that was a one-week thing. I told you guys last week that was a one-off. You had one opportunity. Didn't happen. And I had no stipulation, so sorry, no stipulation this week. Maybe if we get 600, I'll do something. I don't know yet. You guys can suggest something in the chat room. But anyways, Chad Gable picked up the win here, and I would have liked this better if there was more thought process. You know, I feel like WWE just threw these guys out there because they really have nothing else going on. So yeah, let's just throw Chad Gable and Bobby Roode out there as a tag team. Maybe it'll work. Hell, Sheamus and Cesaro, they were thrown together as a tag team and it worked out for them. So maybe this will work out for Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. Maybe the laziness of the writing team, hey, let's just throw two guys together that have nothing going on. Maybe they'll take chicken crap and turn it into chicken salad, whatever the phrase is. All right, so let's move on here. Next up, we had Elias doing his song, the usual stuff. He insulted the city of Columbus, saying that if Christopher Columbus knew that he would be named after this lousy town, that he would have taken his ship and gone back to Europe. That was funny, but it's pretty typical Elias, usual promo, making fun of the city. Mike B with a $2 Super Chat donation. Pipe bomb promo by Aaron, well done. Thank you for that, Mike B. We had an interruption, but this time it was from Alexa Bliss. And I'm like, all right, Alexa's going to come out, pretend like she's mad, and then she's going to do the little swerve, and people are going to buy into it. And that's exactly what happened. Alexa Bliss came out, she did the chant, the crowd went along with it because they're gullible. You know, Pavlov with the dog, you ring the bell, the dog barks. Alexa did it, the crowd bought into it, and they're like, oh wow, Alexa's on our side. And then of course Alexa swerved them. Those fans are so easy to fool. Yeah, I thought this segment was okay, but utterly predictable. The Alexa Bliss pretending to be a nice person, it's been played out now, but the fans keep falling for it. Not sure what that tells you about the average WWE fan. Yeah, I shouldn't go there because then I'll potentially, I mean, you guys are smart. Anybody watching this is intelligent, but some WWE fans, I don't know, man. They're pretty gullible. They'll buy into just about anything. So moving on here, we had Natalya come out. It was Natalya versus Alexa Bliss. Ronda Rousey was there. Actually, Ronda was the first person to interrupt, and then we had the match. Interesting finish here. So Alexa used the arm bar to submit Natalya. I saw a lot of fans on Twitter saying this looked bad. What do you guys think about it? Did you like it or not? Oh, and by the way, Alexa Bliss, as Chris Mace pointed out, was being flirty with Elias, saying she wanted to walk with Elias. So yeah, I guess it sucks to be Buddy Murphy when your real life girlfriend is flirting with all these guys on television. Looking at some of the comments here, TJS says the armbar looked bad. After the match, we had Alexa attack Ronda Rousey, but of course, Alexa cannot get that much heat. You know, I thought, you know, maybe it would be a cool thing if Alexa could actually lay out Rousey and do something nobody's really done yet to establish her as a credible challenger, but no. Alexa did attack Ronda from behind, and Rousey fought her off, and that was the segment. So, yeah, Alexa could not even get really any heat on on Ronda Rousey. So why do I even care about this match? If Alexa still isn't being booked to be a real credible challenger, yeah, she beat Natalya with the armbar, whoop-de-doo. I'm still not really buying the idea that Alexa can beat Ronda Rousey. So they got one more week. Maybe next week we'll see something happen. Maybe Rousey will finally get laid out. Who knows? All right. So anyways, I forgot to mention, I guess I should talk about it now. I forgot to mention earlier because I was so worked up with that opening segment. After the first segment, we had the Shield being arrested. Huh? How does this make any sense whatsoever? The Shield only did what was done a million times before, where people come out, there's a big brawl, the angle where the people are coming out and there's a pull apart. How does this even happen? Yes, I know, Baron Corbin's a heel, Constable Corbin's a heel, but how does he have the authority to have the police arrest the Shield? I mean, the authority he would have, he could kick out the Shield, have them escorted out of the building, but having them arrested? How does that make any sense whatsoever? This is why I need the ibuprofen, because this is like, how do you even make any logic of this? And then to make it even worse, you had this deal where on Labor Day, by the way, which is a government holiday, government businesses are closed, there are no judges doing court sessions. Somehow in the span of 2 hours, the Shield were taken to jail. They were, or not, excuse me, not a jail, it's a precedent. So they cannot use the word jail or prison. Jail would be the correct term. You cannot use the word jail. They were taken to a local precinct, which I guess is next door to the local medical facility. But yeah, the Shield were taken to jail, and then they were seen by a judge in the span of 2 hours, and then they were released on bail, and then they steal the police van. So they're released from jail on bail according to the storyline, but then they can come back to the arena. I guess they stole the police van, or were they escorted back to the arena in the police van and Reigns was allowed to drive it? What the hell is going on here? Okay, I know they did stuff like this in the Attitude Era, but this just, there's not even any effort whatsoever to have this make logical sense. This was like straight out of WCW 2000. Hell, I think Russo's segments made more logical sense than this. There's just no effort whatsoever, just completely random stuff. They might as well just, they should have had the Shield break out of jail. They should have had them just like Superman punch the police, have Roman, since he is the big dog, break the bars, and they just leave the jail and then steal the police van and go back to the arena. They should have just done that. If they're going to be that over the top and not have it make any sense, just have them break out of jail just to do something cool. WWE can afford it. They got the money, and they can make Roman look strong by breaking out of jail literally with his hands, his bare hands. But yeah, this was just so dumb. Like, this is why I needed the ibuprofen tonight. My brain was just totally hurting tonight. You have to check your brain at the door if you were watching tonight's Raw. It was entertaining, I will say that. It wasn't boring like some of the other Raws, but man, it just, as far as just making no sense whatsoever, this was at a whole new level. All right, next up. So, for Raw, it was scheduled to be the Revival challenging the B Team for the tag team titles. But since the Shield were taken to jail, I'd rather watch the Penis Druids, to be perfectly honest with you, BL. I'd rather see that just because it's something different. But yeah, we had the B Team set for their match with the Revival, but you had McIntyre and Ziggler backstage chatting with Corbin. They wanted the tag team title match, but Corbin's like, well, Revival already has the match. So then McIntyre and Ziggler proceeded to beat up the Revival. And the Revival were determined unable to compete for the tag team title. So poor Revival. They're back to obscurity. They were actually part of that pull apart brawl. So that really tells you all you need to know about their spot on the roster right now. McIntyre and Ziggler took the spot. TGS says heels attack heels. Well, maybe the Revival will go face, or maybe not. Maybe they just won't get TV time anymore again. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Record Scratch Ziggler came out for the match with the B team, and we have brand new tag team champions. The B team did put up a little bit of a fight, but in the end, McIntyre and Ziggler picked up the win. And the positive of this is that the B team are no longer tag team champions. I will give Raw an extra point. So I'll give them, if I was going to give them a D-, for example, I'd give them a D. They get a little extra point for having the B team lose the tag team titles. That is the plus. I guess now it's going to be Ambrose and Rollins against McIntyre and Ziggler for the tag team titles. Maybe they'll win the titles. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a 2-week reign. Maybe not. Maybe all Shield members will have titles. Maybe all of the Pack will have the titles. Is that their name now? The Pack? The Strowman Pack? I don't know. Strowman kept using the phrase Pack. Caleb Jacobs with a $3.50 Super Chat donation. Fun fact, Ziggler is a Grand Slam champion. And nobody cares. But thank you for the Super Chat. So next up, another interesting segment, a little interesting turn of events here. We had the Authors of Pain with a new manager. The new manager is Drake Maverick, formerly known as Rockstar Spud doing here. Drake Maverick is the 205 Live general manager, but now he has a new role as the manager since Paul Ellering, I guess, wasn't going to travel. And somebody finally figured out 6 months later, you know what, the Authors of Pain really a manager. And I agree. So this looks like it's kind of a reboot, although they really need to drop the Shield knockoff attire. All three of them coming out looking like a cheap knockoff of the Shield. Maybe they're going to feud with the Shield. Who knows? But anyways, we got a promo from Drake Maverick saying he was going to have them win the tag team titles, which makes me think sooner than later we're going to see Ambrose and Rollins win the tag team titles and then maybe feud with the Authors of Pain. And poor Revival, they're going to just be forgotten about most likely. So then we had a really big segment on this show. We had, actually before we get to that, let me talk about the backstage segment with Natalya and Ronda Rousey. Natalya said she wasn't really feeling like herself. Is this a foreshadowing? Maybe a heel turn from Natalya? I thought that this was interesting. The Bellas were giving props to Rousey. Of course, the Bellas will be teaming with Rousey at the Super Showdown. Hopefully, Brie doesn't do any more suicide dives. Hopefully, she learns her lesson on that. All right, so next up, we had the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, come out for his promo to hype up the Super Showdown. Michaels was basically predicting that Triple H, his buddy, his best friend, will defeat The Undertaker at the Super Showdown. And this led to the man himself, The Undertaker, making his big appearance. Undertaker was rumored to be part of the Super Showdown, or not Super Showdown, he is going to be there, but he was rumored to be part of Raw tonight. Undertaker came out. Huge crowd reaction, of course, for The Undertaker. Undertaker got in the ring. He said that Shawn's only picking Triple H because Undertaker ended Shawn's career. Shawn was very offended by this. He's like, you know what? I had these opportunities to come back. The fans chant one more match, and they did in this segment several times. Shawn's like, I had millions of dollars I could have made, and I turned it down out of respect to you, Undertaker. And Undertaker was like, at Super Showdown, I'm going to put your boy down. And then he left the ring, and that was the segment. Nelson with a $2 Super Chat donation. One more match, foreshadowing. So, the downside to this segment, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were terrific here. I love the back and forth between them, but the problem here is now I don't care about Triple H versus Undertaker. I want to see Shawn Michaels face The Undertaker one more time. This was so well done between these guys. This is the money. This is what I want to see now. Shawn Michaels is in the spotlight, and they did announce that Shawn is going to be in Australia at the show. But this is what I want to see now. I want to see Shawn Michaels face The Undertaker one more time. And Undertaker talking about maybe you don't want to come out of retirement because of fear. So a little tease here for something with Shawn getting back in the ring. But I don't think that's happening. I think that this was designed to build up Undertaker and Triple H. Maybe Shawn will appear to raise somebody's hand or endorse somebody. I don't know. But I would really be surprised if Shawn came back. And if that's the case, that's the problem with doing this, is that you're drawing attention away from Triple H and Undertaker, and you're making fans want to see Shawn Michaels come out of retirement. Shawn looked to be in great shape, by the way. As Kayfabe Candy says, he was ripped. He was looking to be in great shape. So yeah, this was the highlight of Raw, but I still don't really understand having it done this way to make fans think maybe there's a chance. You know, it's the Lloyd Christmas syndrome. So you're saying there's a chance? Triple H is coming out on Raw next week, so we'll see what he has to say. Maybe Triple H, with his promo skills, he'll turn it right around and get people invested. All I know is right now, I'm looking forward to the Super Showdown more than Hell in a Cell. So it is what it is. Just goes to show these guys truly are legends. They can go out there and they can get you excited. Even these guys in their 50s, they can still pull it off. And Mick Foley, too, will be on Raw next week. So, yeah, right now it feels like there's more hype for this match than anything going on at Hell in a Cell. Nelson with a $2 Super Chat donation. Do you prefer Triple H, or not Triple H, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, or Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles? See, I love this promo. These guys can pretty much sell anything. That's the thing. I'd rather see Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles just because it's something different. But Shawn Michaels and another quality performer like Undertaker or Triple H, they can sell you on anything. Triple H is great. Undertaker's great. Shawn's great. They can pull it off. And Mick Foley, too. They can all sell you on whatever match they're promoting. But realistically, if I had to pick one or the other, I'd rather see Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles. Although, I feel like it should have been done 2017 if it was going to happen. If Shawn was going to come back, that would have been the opportunity. Just to do it in the Alamo Dome, that would have been an amazing atmosphere. Alright, so back to Raw. We had Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Dana Brooke and Ember Moon. Weird match here. I have no idea who the faces or heels were. I'm assuming Sasha Banks and Bayley were the heels because they were basically working as the heels. You know, they were setting up the spot for Ember Moon to tag Dana Brooke and have a hot tag. So I think Sasha and Bayley for this match at least were supposed to be working as the heels, and the crowd was supposed to be sympathetic towards Dana and Ember. It was just so weird. But I bring up the hot tag, and somehow Dana Brooke managed to botch a tag. She did not actually tag Ember. The referee said it did not count. Ember had to go outside, come back in the ring, and then they had to do the tag again. So yeah, Dana Brooke cannot even do a hot tag correctly. This was rough. This was a rough night for the women between Bree's botches and Dana's botch. Yeah, not the ladies' best showing here. Dylan says Dana is hot. Leave her alone. All right, I will. I said my piece on that. Dana took the fall, of course. Bayley and Sasha won. And then afterwards, Dana quit Titus Worldwide. She walked off on them. But maybe she'll be back next week, because when people tend to quit, they come right back the next week. And I will get to that here in a second. That is my little segue into the next segment. So, Baron Corbin told Bobby Lashley backstage that Lashley is out of control. He's angry. He's dangerous. So Lashley has to do some meditation with Jinder Mahal. Mandatory meditation in the ring. And that led to a really cringe-worthy segment between Bob the Lash and Jinder Mahal. Lashley was trying to do comedy. It was awful. Thankfully, it was broken up by Kevin Owens. That's right. Kevin Owens, not even gone for 1 week, already back. So much for that. WWE could have done something interesting here. Maybe had Owens come back with Paul Heyman or do something. But it looks like that quitting storyline, just when it got started, it's already done. Owens is back. He attacked Lashley and he powerbombed Lashley on the apron. And it looks like that is our next feud. Whatever. I'm just glad Owens showed up to end this terrible segment. He can't be a heel now because I popped for this. I popped when Owens attacked Lashley. I'm like, thank you for ending this, because that was just the worst of the worst when it came to comedy. WWE needs to stop with the Lashley comedy. It is just not working. He's not The Rock. He's never going to be The Rock. So knock it off. And Jeff is here. Damn, Rift is looking jacked. Well, thank you for that, Jeff. I appreciate it. I lost my viewers. We were over 500. Now we're 380. Maybe I need to rant again. I mean, I think the rants would brought in all the viewers, but now that I'm calm, I lost a lot of those viewers. All right, so let's move on here. The main event segment, which was Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor. Finn the Fonz Balor. And of course, we had Braun Strowman go over because Finn Balor is just a guy. He's nothing special. He's just a bit player. Really, WWE established on this show that The Shield and Strowman, and I guess you could say McIntyre and Ziggler right now, are the key players. Everybody else is like, they're just guys. They're just there. Strowman won with the running power slam. And then, of course, since they made bail, and I guess they got to use the police van. Don't know if it was stolen or not, but the sirens hit. And this gets me so annoyed every time. Here we go again. The rant begins. I hate every time the sirens hit because it's just teasing me. I want to see Scott Steiner. Every time I hear those sirens, I think of Big Papa Pump, the genetic freak. I want to see him come out on Raw and talk some math with us. I want a math promo on Monday Night Raw. Every time. I know he's not going to show up, so it just bugs me. It's a dick tease. It's the equivalent to that. It's like going to a strip club. You can't touch them. You hear the sirens, but you know he's not going to show up. It's annoying. It pisses me off. I want to see Scott Steiner. Don't do that to me. Don't tease me like that. Urgh. So no Scott Steiner. The sirens were off. And WWE just copied the same angle they did with Dean Ambrose like a year or two ago. I'm not sure when it was, but a year or two ago, we had Dean Ambrose come out in the police van, driving the police van. Same thing with The Shield, driving out in the police van. So they literally just copied the same exact thing they did like a year or two ago. Maybe it was 2015, but still, it wasn't that far in the past. I remember it, and they just did it again. Okay, so people were saying it was 3 years ago. They should just do this every week, along with the pull-apart brawls and the matches turning into tag team matches. I do need sleep, TK. I am exhausted. It's been a busy weekend between my Seattle trip, the Foo Fighters concert, All In, coming back for Raw. It has been quite hectic. I think it was a police car, Kevin, because I posted the GIF or the GIF or whatever it is, and it said police on the van, you know, to make it clear to everyone it's police. But anyways, Shield came out, they started fighting again, and then we had more heels come out, more of the heels from the locker room, more of the geeks come out, beat down the Shield. Kevin Owens was part of it, so he's just one of the guys now. He's basically underneath Ziggler at this point. Mike Kanellis had a little moment here. Mike Kanellis getting some TV time. And then we had some Again, why I needed the ibuprofen. We had some of the shakiest camera work ever on Monday Night Raw, and that is really saying something. You had a cool spot where, I'm not sure if it was McIntyre or Strowman, but one of them threw Rollins off the stage head first into the police van and the glass broke. It was a cool looking spot, but the camera work was just so shaky that it ruined it for me. I don't like the shaky camera work. It just gives me a migraine. It's not necessary. The spot was cool as it was. You don't need to do the shaky camera work. And then Raw pretty much ended with all three Shield guys being dragged to the ringside area, and then Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre all did the Strowman raising their hands in the air pose, like they just don't care, and that was Monday Night Raw. All right, letter grade for Raw. Whew. I don't even know what to say about this show or how to rate it. There were a few things I did like on this show, but the writing is just at an all-time bad level, and there weren't even great matches on this show. Really, it was Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker that saved this show, and maybe the Rollins bump. See, again, Rollins is always helping matters. So, because of Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Seth Rollins' bump, I will give this show a C-. It just barely passes not getting a D. I haven't given Raw an F in a very long time. I'm not sure if I have. But I will give it a C-, largely due to Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. To me, that made the show, and Rollins was good with what he did. And thank you, Ryan. I forgot the B team. So definitely a C-. B team losing the titles also brought up the show for me. I think I would have done a D+ if it wasn't for B team dropping the tag team titles. But as Kayfabe Candy Ass says, the stock is up, everything's perfect, which also means McDonald's has the best food in the world today. Hey, don't knock McDonald's. They have some good food there. You know, you can get anything off the dollar menu and you get filled up. So, you know, you can't knock McDonald's too much. All right, so that's it for my Raw review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe some people think I'm crazy, and perhaps they're right. Stock is at $87, so everything I say here is completely irrelevant because WWE is just rolling in the green, as I said earlier. But I will continue to critique the shows, and if they're bad, they're bad. If they're good, they're good. I have no bias. I just come on here, give my opinion on the show, and it'll be business as usual with WWE. And that's it. That's it for NoDQ Live. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow night for more. SmackDown Live should be a good show, given its track record. Offman Rules says 5 more minutes. So for Offman Rules, we're going to go 5 more minutes here. So hopefully you guys don't turn off yet. I need a topic though. So somebody throw a topic at me. Caleb, don't go. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, guys. Somebody throw a topic at me so I can keep this going. I do need to get some sleep though. But Braden says Jericho. Jericho's great. He's the GOAT. What else should I say? Mike Hunt with a $5 super chat donation. How sad that guys in their 50s saved the show. I know, right? That's not a good thing. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the Super Showdown more than Hell in a Cell at this point. So yeah, when Shawn Michaels and Undertaker and Triple H, that's why even though after this week I want to see Triple H not be in the match, I'd rather see Shawn Michaels be in the match instead. Next week, Triple H, I think, will do a great promo, and I think he'll be able to get us invested in that match again. But like I said, Shawn, Triple H, Undertaker, Foley, they're all great. They can sell you on just about anything. They're 4 of the all-time greatest of all time. And Jeff says, does WWE even care about All In? Tonight suggests not so much. They really don't. Like I said, $87 is the stock price right now. Caleb, I did talk about All In. I did an entire review video of it on Sunday, so go check it out if you guys missed it. It was early. I could not do it Saturday night because I was at a Foo Fighter show, which was great, by the way. Definitely a cool band to see live. Tony Braden with a $2 Super Chat donation. Where does WWE go after being PG or PG forever? It's impossible to say because I think WWE is going to be in the spot they're in for the time being. They're going to do occasional things that push the envelope a little bit. You know, they'll throw out the occasional bitch and there'll be maybe hard way blood. They'll have some violence to a degree, but you're not going to see anything like the Attitude Era. You're not going to see anything like you saw at All In with Cody Rhodes wearing the Crimson Mask. You're not going to see all the middle fingers that you saw at All In. Zachary, favorite Foo Fighters song? Probably The Pretender. I really like that song, but they have a lot of good songs. Holy shit chants not getting bleeped. Did they chant holy shit when Undertaker came out? I thought they did. I could have sworn I did hear a few, but maybe WWE drowned them out. I'm not sure. You're not going to see penis druids on WWE? James, I did mention Rockstar Spud as the manager of Authors of Pain. And Ryan says, Aaron, what do you think WWE will look like on Fox or network TV? I think it will be more edgy, to be honest. Again, I don't know. Keep in mind, part of it's not just the rating, PG, but also WWE being politically correct. Remember the era we're in right now. WWE doesn't want to do controversial storylines that could potentially affect their advertising. WWE's making a lot of money with this Fox deal, so they really don't want to jeopardize that. So it's not just the PG and presenting a product that is more kid-friendly, but also having a product that... See, I call it the PC era instead of the PG era, because WWE is being really careful about sponsors and trying not to offend the sponsors. So they're only going to do so much to push the envelope, and they're not going to do really controversial angles that could offend people, because let's face it, people get offended over just about everything these days. And people are looking for any reason to tear somebody down. If somebody says anything even remotely offensive, you know, they're pretty much they're torn down, and people try to say boycott them. You know, I'm not going to get into politics or anything like that. I was just going to say Chick-fil-A, I guess, or was it In-N-Out? No, it was In-N-Out. People are boycotting In-N-Out because they donated to the GOP, which, you know, they're a private company. What they want to do is up to them. I don't go to Chick-fil-A because I think they're overrated, or actually In-N-Out for that matter too. So it has nothing to do with the politics. I'll go where I'm going to go. You know, I really don't care what the politics are. You know, they serve me food, I pay them. What they do on their own is up to them. But, yeah, that's the era we're in right now, and I just don't think WWE is really going to change regardless of going on the network, and, you know, it's just going to be more the same for a long time now. And Offman Rules really wants to keep me on here, so no sleep for me tonight. Offman Rules with a $5 Super Chat donation. Mickie James versus Lita at Evolution. Your thoughts? I really don't have a strong opinion on it one way or another. I mean, it's basically a nostalgia match. I think it would have been more interesting to see Lita versus somebody she hasn't faced before, but Trish is doing a fresh match with Alexa Bliss, so I guess you want to do a nostalgia match. This is fine. Lita's last match of her regular run in 2006 was against Mickie James at Survivor Series. So they're building that up. That's fine. I really don't have an issue with it. I don't have a strong opinion on it one way or another. Juice21 with a $2 Super Chat donation. So new GM for 205 Live, Drake being the manager of AOP. I did talk about this during the review. I'm fine with it. I really don't have an issue with Drake Maverick getting TV time. I'm actually happy for the guy because I think he's got talent and he's really best off being a manager. And I am surprised that WWE actually referred to him as a manager. And, you know, that's scripted. He comes out there, he says he's the manager. You know, if they told him to not say manager, he would not be saying manager. So I think that's kind of cool, actually. That was a highlight of Raw. So I almost feel like wanting to give Raw a C instead of a C-, but we'll see how things go with the Authors of Pain. At least they're getting a fresh start here. I do think they need to ditch the Shield knockoff gear, though. I will say that. Nelson with a $5 Super Chat donation. Thank you, Nelson. Who do you think has more gas in the tank, Triple H or Undertaker? Probably Triple H. I think Undertaker's really broken down, and I think Triple H, he's still in the shape, I think, to do the kind of matches that people would want to see out of him. Undertaker has been struggling. The last couple Undertaker matches, yeah, they haven't exactly set the world on fire. Undertaker, he's a legend, so he still gets the respect from the fans, but yeah, he's definitely showing his age at this point. Triple H, on the other hand, the guy is still a beast. When he does wrestle, he's in tremendous shape. And Undertaker's in good shape, too. I will say that. For a guy who's dealing with all the health issues with his body just breaking down from all the years of wrestling, he's still in pretty damn good shape for somebody his age. And I hope to be as in good a shape as him when I'm that age. So, not really a knock on The Undertaker. Just, I think of the two of them, I think Triple H can probably produce a better match in the ring physically than The Undertaker at this point. Just my opinion, though. You know, I really haven't seen The Undertaker do a whole lot in the past few years. Triple H had a pretty good match with Seth Rollins, so that's my take on it. Based Ash Ketchum with a $2 Super Chat donation. Who do you think will be the new GM of 205 Live? Did they announce anything about that? To my knowledge, he's still going to do both roles. Now, if WWE decides to have him just be the manager, I really have no idea because I haven't been following 205 Live, so I don't know what Drake has been doing. But I say just have him do both roles at this point. I don't see the need to replace him. You could potentially bring in somebody else to maybe try and boost the numbers. Like, how about somebody like X-Pac? That might be interesting. Have X-Pac, since he was a former cruiserweight champion, former light heavyweight champion. Maybe have X-Pac be the GM to try and boost the numbers a little bit. Bring in a legend. You could do that. But other than that, I really don't see the point in Drake Maverick no longer being the 205 Live GM. $2 Super Chat donation from Kyle. Where can I see All In? If you go on New Japan World, you can watch the All In pay-per-view on demand, and it's only $10 for a month. So I would say go over to New Japan World and watch the on demand to get the cheapest price. I'm not sure what it costs if you want to watch it on demand on Fight. It might still be $40, but I think your best bet is New Japan World and do a 1-month subscription, and you can watch All In, watch the replay. Alright guys, so on that note, I will go ahead and wrap up this edition of NoDQ Live. Again, I will be back tomorrow night with another video, so tell your friends, spread the word, stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding WWE, Hell in a Cell, All In. Will there be an All In too? Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding that, and I will see you guys tomorrow night for more.